Hey guys, R1 through 4 here, and I've got another deck profile for you guys. This week it is Yusei Turbo, aka Quick Junk Doppel. Um, this week I really didn't get a good playtest of this deck because they decided to do a tag duel tournament at the locals I usually go to. I was really excited about this idea at first, but no offense to the guys at MVP who made up the rules, but they made up a really, really poor format. Instead of using the tag force rules, which are completely balanced, make so much sense, and are really easy, where everybody shares one zone, 5 field, and then you just, whatever player's in charge takes control and stuff like that, they ended up with having 10 zones and all these confusing rulings, whether like certain cards would affect everybody or just individual players, and it was just unnecessarily confusing. And since we didn't get to choose our tag partners, a lot of the times people ended up carrying the weight of their partner and just end up being screwed over. And decks like Fabled and Samurai, when they get paired up, are ridiculous because the Samurai player goes first, does his Samurai thing, and basically uses his Shian and his back row to protect the Fabled player while they still have their entire field to go off. And I ended up getting OTK'd because I couldn't stop the Fabled deck because the Samurai deck was negating everything I was doing. It was just a poorly designed concept. I would like us to do tag duels again as long as we follow the tag force format. There, it's completely fair, and we wouldn't have to worry about any stupid random rulings or anything. It would just be enjoyable for all. But when I was testing this deck just for fun, it was doing really, really well. So, onto the deck. Got yourself 3 Junk Synchron. This card saves you so much. Even without Hyper Librarian, it's really good. It's pretty much what makes your deck work. Got yourself a double Quick Draw Synchron. Gives you more synchro options. And, just generally acts like a good card. Plus it lets you get things in the graveyard. 1 Unknown Synchron. Unknown Synchron is a 1-star machine tuner. Specials like Cyber Dragon. It's really good. Plus its name is Synchron. Got yourself double Effect Veiler. Pretty much standard. Stop those effects. Then you got yourself triple Doppel Warrior. This card is so boss. Pretty much what happens is whenever a card gets brought back from the graveyard, special summon this guy from your hand, which is awesome. When he's sent to the graveyard for a synchro summon, special summon 2 Doppel tokens in attack mode, both have 400. And what's nice is just the way this timing works out. Like if you sync him and Junk Synchron for Junk Warrior, the 2 tokens come out enough at the right timing to give Junk Warrior a boosted 800, so it's really good. Plus, if you use this right, you can get 2 tokens and go into 2 formulas, or a formula and something else. It's really good. Next, got 1 level leader, just to make more variety. Steal a level, get an additional level. If you have Quick Draw Synchron and a 3-star, you can steal a level off of Quick Draw, so you get 2 targets with Junk Destroyer. It's really nice. Then you got 2 Card Trooper to mill and to draw. Get yourself 3 Reiko Last 100s. Pop a card, mill, 2-star. It's a beast, so you can go for Frozen Fitzgerald. It's a really good card. Then your plants, you got 1 Dandelion, 1 Spore, and 1 Glow Up Bulb. They don't have like a plant engine so far anymore, but all these guys are like completely necessary in this deck. And Spore is actually even better now because now you sync with one of your tokens, get a formula, remove him from play, sync this with the other one, get another 5-star, and probably end up going for what I would wish would be shooting Quasar Dragon, but it's just Tuck Genus Halberd Cannon, which is still really good. Then you got yourself double Chaos Sork to remove things. Move on to Magic next. 1 Reborn, staple. Dark Hole, staple. Book of Moon, staple. Giant Trinade, staple. Double MST, staple. Charge the Light Brigade to mill and get your Rykos. Reinforcement of the Army, let you get your Doppel Warriors or your Junk Synchrons to your hands. Because for some reason Junk Synchrons are the only warrior out of all machines. Got yourself double tuning to search out your Synchrons and mill. 1-for-1, special summon your 1-stars. Foolish, fill up the graveyard. Allure for draw. And then you got triple Pot of Avarice because it's really good in this deck. Next is your trap lineup. Got 1 Solemn Judgment and triple Royal Decree. I ended up making this deck 42 cards, but I just couldn't take anything out. And I was really happy with the build, so I don't care. Next we'll move on to Synchros. Got yourself 2 Formula Synchrons for a draw, plus this whole Synchro Tuner thing. 1 Armory Arm. 1 Ally of Justice Cataster. Get yourself Junk Warrior. He's really good in this deck, but him and Cataster are going to get replaced with Hyper Librarians when they come out, which I really hope goes to 1 next format because it's just busted as hell at 2 in this deck. And any deck that can get away with running 2. 1 Frozen Fitzgerald. Really nice. When it's attacking, opponent can't activate spells or traps till the end of the damage step. That's 25/25, so if you book it to protect it, oh, look at that, 25. 1 Junk Gardener. I love him. He is my favorite out of the 6-star Synchron monsters. Once per turn, you can change battle position of a card, so it's during either player's turn. When he dies, you can change the battle position of a card, and his defense is really beefy, but even if you play him in attack mode, he gets under bottomless. It's great. 1 Brio, staple. Black Rose, staple. 1 Nitro Warrior because he's so beefy. 1 Junk Berserker to completely screw over Gravekeepers and other quick Junk Doppel decks because they don't get their flip effects. 1 Stardust Dragon. 1 Junk Destroyer. 1 Shooting Star Dragon. And 1 Tech Genus Halberd Cannon because I don't have Shooting Quasar. The only real changes I wanted to make to this deck is Trishula, but I don't have one, and I'm not willing to spend the money on it, so whatever. 1 to the side, 1 Chimera Tech, and 2 Cyber Dragons. Double Ryo to hate on the Samurai. Double Pup Plant, Samurai and Gravekeepers. Double DD Crow, quick Junk Doppel hate. Double Knock for Gravekeepers and Junk Doppel. Double Chain for Samurai and Junk Doppel. And then I put in a Torrential and a 7 Tools just in case I needed to set into a somewhat trap lineup. So that's the deck. Next week I'm glad it's going to be back to a regular format. And I'm really happy with what deck I'm going to run next week. I'm really excited. You guys will just have to wait. So this is Aura 1-4, signing out.